Hey, how's it going, everyone? I've got a gameplay here using the ACR, and this is going to be the gameplay that I'm going to use for my Moab with Every Gun series that I'm doing. And this ACR Moab that I got was actually the first time I tried going for it in regards to this series. Like, I've gotten Moabs with the ACR before, but for this series, I wanted to go through all the guns again and get fresh gameplays for each Moab that I'm gonna get in this series. And it just so happened that the first time I used the ACR, I got one, and it's kind of crazy how good this gun is because before I was using the G36, and that gun's pretty strong, but just the accuracy that the ACR brings to the table is so just unrivaled by any other assault rifle. I guess the I guess the M16 and the Type 95 aren't going to kick too much, but the ability you have to spray and be very accurate with this gun is what makes it such a dominant killing machine. And also, the iron sights on this are definitely helpful for me. I don't have a problem using them, so that way I can rock the silencer and extended mags, and you can keep spraying and just like lay enemies to waste with a laser-like precision, and there's nothing they can really do about it. But besides talking about the ACR, I wanted to talk about Specialist in general, and there were a couple of things I wanted to cover in regards to what Specialist does for you. And these were some topics that I sort of had taken for granted because I'd played this game a lot, so I knew how Specialist worked and um, and how it really makes you so efficient with your gun and killing everything in sight. And so I just wanted to kind of go over some of the tips of what to do when using Specialist and how to utilize all the benefits that you get from it. And first of all, I just want to cover in terms of perks. I've already spoken about using marksman and how aiming down sights to pick up targets you might not see can be really beneficial. But the other perk that I just wanted to stress and let you guys know to utilize as much as you can is recon and hardline. If you're using hardline and you have recon, uh, or more specifically Recon Pro, you have the ability to paint people on the minimap, and after you shoot them with just one shot, it's gonna put them on the map for 10 seconds, and they're gonna be blackbirded pretty much. Like, you can see what direction they're going and where exactly they are at all times, and so they're gonna be on the minimap for 10 seconds if they aren't using dead silence, or 5 seconds because dead silence gives you the benefit of not taking so long to stay on recon. And I think the reason they do this is for search and destroy games, because a lot of people use dead silence in search, and when you have one life, if you get painted by recon, you're kind of dead, especially on some smaller maps like Dome. But with the buff of sitrep, I think a lot of people use sitrep over dead silence in search and destroy now, so it kind of doesn't really make sense anymore. But either way, you're gonna want to spray people down as much as you can, even if you can't kill them. If you're using recon and hardline, you want to just put as many shots out as possible, and hopefully you're gonna hit one. A lot of the times, typically you won't want to spray if you know you can't get the kill, if you like just glimpse them for a second. But if you have Recon Pro and Hardline, just go ahead and spray, because it's really going to help you out, and you're going to get a couple assists here and there, and it's going to make it a lot easier to go on these longer streaks and pick up a couple Moabs. And also, the thing that I didn't know, I thought was sort of common knowledge, because, or at least for people who get specialist bonuses consistently, it's evident that you get all the proficiencies also. You get, because the thing I notice is like with the ACR, I guess you get kick, but it's so accurate already that you, it doesn't make, it's not completely apparent. But you can see stability, because a lot of the times this game has a lot of gun sweat and you see the guns just perfectly steady. Or with focus, how if you have your specialist bonus and you're getting in like these crazy fights and you happen to be winning by a little bit, it's because you have focus and because your gun's not view kicking like crazy, and you're able to stay on target more effectively than your opponents. And yeah, the other thing you get is the speed proficiency, and that's why you run faster. I just thought it gave you a 10% run speed for just because that's what Specialist did, but it's really based on the speed proficiency for LMGs, snipers, and I think, yeah, Riot Shield has a speed proficiency. But the only one you don't get is damage, and that's because on a shotgun, that's why, like, on a shotgun you don't unlock damage, so you have to, that's what you want to use. If you're going for shotgun Moabs, you want to use damage as your first one, and then, because you unlock range, and, oh well, the game's almost over, but yeah. Either way, you get all the proficiencies, you just don't get damage, because damage on an ACR would be a little bit too good. But anyway, I hope that explains some things for you and helped you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.